Welcome back to another review. Today we are looking at the SOULEATER, which is a brand new Halloween tank destroyer. Here you have the timestamps, so you can skip to the parts that you actually care about. And also, thank you so much for 255 subscribers. The armor of this tank seems a lot better than it actually is. On flat ground you have to wiggle the hull to get some bounces. On hull down you can get a lot more bounces, however there's many weak spots, as I will show you right now. The first of them being the gun. You can shoot straight through the middle and you will do damage. On flat ground, when you wiggle it, make sure to not over angle, because your outer track will become pennable, and the area around the gun is actually pennable. It's very misleading in my opinion, because the armor looks good but it actually isn't very good. The firepower of this tank is a little bit better than I first expected it to be. It has a very nice penetration and it deals a lot of damage in a single shot, technically 2 shots, because it has the double shot mechanic, which allows you to fire 2 shells instead of 1. It is the exact same mechanic as we have on the Helsing, which we have had this for many years, and here you can actually see that it fires 2 shells instead of just 1. However, in my opinion, Wargaming should make something new and unique than just reuse the old same mechanic on new tanks, because it's just kind of lame and boring. The mobility of this tank is actually like what you would expect from a tank that is this big, this heavy, and overall it's a tank destroyer, so the mobility isn't perfect, but it does get the job done, surprisingly. Down the hill you do get up the speed actually, and on flat ground you also can get up the speed, but it will take you a little bit longer. However, I'm actually completely fine with this mobility. It feels comfortable and I don't think it's bad. Overall, for what the tank is capable of, it's good enough. Turning, it's very slow, but you know, it's a heavy tank, it's a tank destroyer, so what else do you expect, honestly? Come on. Like, yeah, it's just big, heavy. It's gonna be a little bit slower. Personally, I think this is a frontline tank destroyer where you have to support your heavy tanks and just be out there with other players. You can play this as Object 2684 or Object 263. It fits the playstyle really well, and it's not a camping TD. Please do not snipe with this, especially because of the double shot mechanic that it has. It's not very accurate on long distances, however on short distances it gets the job done really well, and if you wiggle the hull when you're reloading or moving around and somebody's trying to shoot at you, you can actually get quite a bit of bounces. So do not camp, be out there in the front and just play the tank actually, and do not just wait for enemies to come your way, but actually go towards the enemy. Here is how I personally equip the tank. It gives me a little bit of extra armor, which honestly doesn't make much of a difference, so you can run more HP instead of more armor. However, I just use it, I like it. It kind of works in my opinion. However, what I absolutely recommend to use is the calibrated shells equipment, which gives you massive bonus for the premium heat rounds, and then you can just shoot straight through the front of most tanks and it just doesn't struggle at all against any enemy tank. So the most alternative version of the SOULEATER is actually the Helsing. As I have mentioned previously, it has the exact same ability. So my point is, if you have the Helsing, do not waste your money on this. It's pretty much the exact same tank, except this one is a lot more difficult to play and it's way more expensive. As of now, at least. Maybe in the future it will be cheaper than the Helsing. However, it's also a tier higher, it doesn't have a turret compared to the Helsing. So the choice is yours, but in my personal opinion, there's no need to get this tank as of now. What I kinda like is the gun and the armor, but what I absolutely don't like is that it's way too expensive and it's also just another hell sink. So my personal opinion on this tank, it's just not worth the money. It's not a bad tank, I like it, but it's way too expensive for what the tank is capable of. You can get something way cheaper and that is way better. I can't think of any example as of now, however, just do not waste your money, honestly. And if you're still watching, you are absolutely awesome, you deserve a cookie, so go buy yourself a cookie. And again, I would like to thank you for 255 subscribers. It's not much, but for me it is a lot. Like, absolutely amazing. I don't really know what to do, kind of a special video or something like that. So if you have any idea, you can let me know in the comment. And yeah, this is gonna be everything. This video got a lot longer than I have expected. However, I have added some new things and tried to make it more interesting the whole time that you're watching this, if you're watching it the whole time, obviously. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you again soon in another video, and goodbye.